Hi everyone, it's Nono here, and this is a quick view at how you can add an opening Colab button to your Jupyter Notebooks. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go to the Colab website, so colab.research.google.com. In this website, what we're going to see is a listing of the notebooks that we have, and I'm going to choose this one, for instance. What we want to do is we want to add an open in Colab button at the top, so if anyone finds it on GitHub, they can directly click and open our notebook there. And here we have this notebook. You see this button here, so it says opening Colab, right? So this is what we're trying to do. We're trying to do a button like this. It opens a specific notebook from a GitHub URL on your browser. I already have this functionality on my browser with this button here. If you want to see it, the code is here. So you put JavaScript and everything is on the same line, but so you can read it, I'll put it here. Right? The only thing it does is that if we open a window that starts with this and then the relative URI on the GitHub page. So if I open this notebook, they do have the link here. I click here and then it opens the notebook here. So that's a really helpful thing to have in your shortcut bar or bookmarks if they don't have this button here. Let me take a look. How do they do? Okay, so they do this just with Markdown, right? So you just need to do it by putting Markdown with the right syntax and just creating a cell on the top. What we do is that we go back to our notebook and on the top, we put like a new text cell. So we just go here, edit and paste that. So opening Colab, and we need to put here the URL to the notebook that we're going to open. For us, it would be nonoesp, blah, 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 blah. We don't know exactly until we actually put it there, but we can construct that URL. How? So we go to our repo and we imagine where our notebook would be. So for example, imagine it would be at 37 and it would be this one. So it would be at this path. So it would say 039. And then here would say like virtual sketching vectorization, for example, IPNYB, right? No, IPYB. Yeah. So we can link to that here. So we just put that and remove everything for them. Okay. And if we click here, nothing happens because there's no notebook. So we need to actually commit our notebook in that location. So we're going to download, just so you see it. I'll hide myself. So we're going to go here up top to file. And when we open this, we'll click on download as a .ipynb. Once we do that, we're going to get this file downloaded and we're going to open or show in Finder. And now that we have that in here, we just need to put it on the right place with the right name. What we said in the Colab notebook is that this would be the name of our notebook inside of that folder name, because that's last week's live stream. So we just name it like this, just putting the extension once, put it inside of the 0039 folder. And we just need to go now to our repository in order to commit that to the right place. So we're going to go to the live stream. So we see we have a lot of folders. So we open that and we just need to move that here. What we're going to do is git status. We just add that folder. Don't add all if you don't need to add all. And we just commit 39. So add virtual. So this would be git push origin main instead of master. All right. So we have that. Now we can go here and we have this notebook in here. So look at what happens if we click on the button that wasn't working before. So I'm gonna click here. It's not called, error. All right, let's try to actually take a look at what the URL would be and what changes, because something does change. This shows up here properly. And if we go here, we can see that even though we had that before, we had here tree instead of blob. So it's live, blob, main, blah, blah, blah. So we just have to replace that here. We download the notebook again and we replace it and update it on our repo. So I have a helper command here and we're going to do update open in Colab button. So now when we click here, content is blocked. So I have to click with the command hold. Great. And if we click here, I think the same thing will happen. So we click and now it works. And actually the same thing we could have done if you have it open here. I go to my JavaScript button here, I click, and then it opens the same way. The good thing with this is that this actually builds for us the URL that we need to put on the bottom, and then we can copy this URL and replace it in this bottom. So you have a JavaScript code that gives you that URL. And the last thing we'll do, we'll just verify that is true if I get this code here. So if I get the code in this bottom, and on the terminal, so on the JavaScript repo of this, so the console for this tab, I just put the code. So it builds that URL. So just this command, and then we click, and then that opens. All right. So that was a quick overview on the different ways in which you can open notebooks in Colab if you put them into Git, or if you see notebooks out in the open in GitHub, and how you have to modify the URL and the link. Thanks a lot for watching. It was Nono here. I'll see you next time.